Welcome back to Cheese Scientist, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of cheese. I'm Sabine, and today we're uncovering the mystery of why cheese can be so addictive. Is it the creamy textures, the savoury flavours, or something more intriguing like casomorphins? Never heard of casomorphins? Keep watching to learn more about this mysterious molecule. As always, you can find all of my references in the video description. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's clear up one important point. Cheese is not a drug. In this video, we'll be talking about how cheese can elicit cravings and pleasurable responses. However, these responses are distinct from the intense, potentially harmful cravings and dependency associated with drugs and alcohol. Understanding the factors that make cheese appealing and potentially habit-forming in some individuals allows us to approach its consumption with mindfulness and moderation. Got it? Great. Let's dive into this week's video. Reasons why people find cheese addictive. So why do people find cheese so irresistible? Unsurprisingly, there are several aspects to this beloved food that can get you hooked. Let's break them down. Fat content. First up, fat content. Cheese is high in fat, which can make it incredibly satisfying to eat. Fats stimulate the release of dopamine in our brains, giving us that feel-good sensation that makes us want more. Umami flavor. Next, umami flavor. Cheese is rich in umami, the savory taste that's incredibly rewarding to our taste buds. This makes cheese not just tasty, but also crave-worthy. Texture. Now let's talk texture. Cheese comes in a wide range of textures from soft and creamy to firm and crumbly. This variety can make the experience of eating cheese even more pleasurable and leave you wanting more. Salt content. Then there's the salt content. Many cheeses are high in salt, another taste that our brains love. The combination of salt and fat is particularly appealing. Cultural and social factors. But it's not just about taste and texture. Cheese is often a part of social gatherings and celebrations, which adds an emotional layer to our cheese cravings. Opioid-like compounds. Lastly, let's talk about the science bit. Opioid-like compounds called casomorphins. What are casomorphins? Casomorphins are peptides that can have opioid-like properties. As a result, they can influence our bodies in fascinating ways. While research on casomorphins is ongoing, there's evidence to suggest their presence in cheese. Studies have detected these opioid-like compounds in dairy products, contributing to their potential addictive qualities. Where do casomorphins come from? The process of casomorphin formation begins during the digestion of casein. Casein is the primary protein found in milk, including cow's milk, which is the most commonly used milk source for cheese production. Enzymes in our digestive system, such as pepsin, cleave casein into smaller peptide fragments. Some of these fragments, particularly those derived from beta-casein, are the casomorphins. These casomorphins have structures that resemble opioid molecules, hence their name, which is a fusion of casein and morphine. What do casomorphins do to your body? When casomorphins interact with the body, they can have several notable effects. Here's a closer look at some of those effects. 1. Mood enhancement. Casomorphins can bind to specific receptors in the brain, known as opioid receptors. When this binding occurs, it triggers the release of neurotransmitters like dopamine. Dopamine is a key player in the brain's reward system and is associated with feelings of pleasure and well-being. Consequently, the consumption of casomorphin-producing foods like cheese can lead to an elevation in mood and a sense of satisfaction. 2. Appetite modulation. The interaction of casomorphins with opioid receptors may also influence appetite regulation. Indeed, some studies suggest that casomorphins can affect the brain's perception of hunger and fullness. As a result of this can lead to increased food intake, particularly of cheese and other dairy products. 3. Digestive impact. Furthermore, casomorphins might exert effects on gastrointestinal motility and digestive processes. Some people may experience changes in bowel movements or gastrointestinal discomfort after consuming casomorphin-rich foods, although these effects can vary widely from one person to another. It's essential to note that while casomorphins can influence mood and appetite, their effects are not as potent or addictive as those of drugs like opioids. The release of dopamine and subsequent feelings of pleasure from casomorphins in cheese are relatively mild compared to the intense euphoria associated with opioid drugs. Do we all respond to casomorphins in the same way? Unsurprisingly, the response to casomorphins varies among individuals. Some people may be more sensitive to these compounds, while others may experience minimal effects. Factors such as genetics, tolerance, and overall diet can play a role in how casomorphins affect an individual. But remember, the effects of casomorphins are much milder compared to actual drugs. They can enhance mood and appetite, but they don't create the intense euphoria associated with opioids. To sum up, our love for cheese is a complex mix of fat content, umami flavour, texture, salt, cultural factors, and yes, casomorphins. So the next time you go back for seconds after finishing your serve of cheese, take a moment to reflect on the reason why. What was the one standout element of the cheese eating experience that left you wanting more? Was it the flavour, or the texture, or was it simply the social aspect of eating cheese with others? Is there one particular cheese that you simply can't resist? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Leave me a comment below and we can keep this conversation going. That's a wrap for this week's episode. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new cheesy content. See you all next week for more Curds of Wisdom. Until then, stay cultured, Curd Nerds.